You are currently lying on a multi-layered memory foam masterpiece. It has cooling gel technology. It has thousands of pocketed steel coils. It likely cost you more than your first car. Yet you are still staring at the dark ceiling. You are doom-scrolling through a feed of digital noise. Your lower back feels like a rusted hinge. Your neck is screaming for a better position. Now imagine the floor. I do not mean your carpeted bedroom floor. I mean the actual damp, jagged earth. Imagine trying to close your eyes in a cave 200,000 years ago. There are no blackout curtains here. There are only the long shadows of hungry predators. There are no white noise machines to drown out the wind. If your spine just winced, stick with Wiser. We explore the genius of people who lived before electricity. Subscribe now because your ancestors were far smarter than you think. So, how did they not wake up covered in parasite bites? How did they survive the cold without a weighted blanket? The answer will change how you look at your bedroom forever. Let us travel back to Border Cave in South Africa. It is a massive limestone opening in the side of a cliff. The air inside is thick with the scent of ancient dust. Archaeologists recently dug through layers of deep time here. They found something that should have rotted away ages ago. Fossilized grass. This was not just a random pile of debris. It was a structured, engineered sleeping surface. It dates back 200 millennia. That is long before the first city was ever built. These humans were not just roughing it on the dirt. They were designing for long-term comfort. Think about your favorite corner of the couch. They had that same basic human desire for a good spot. The grass was laid out in thick, springy mats. It provided essential insulation from the freezing ground. This is why you hate sleeping on the floor at a party. Your body remembers the ancient need for a thermal barrier. But there was a hidden danger in that soft grass. Ticks, lice, bedbugs. These parasites have been hunting humans since the beginning. In the ancient world, a bug bite was not just an itch. It was a potential source of lethal infection. It was a guaranteed sleepless night of misery. Our ancestors did not have canisters of toxic chemical spray. They had the leftovers of their evening fire. They spread thick layers of white ash under their beds. To a human, ash is just messy dust. To a crawling insect, it is a lethal minefield. The fine particles clog their tiny breathing holes. It dehydrates their bodies on contact. They die before they can ever reach the sleeping human. This is the world's first high-tech insecticide. Our ancestors were literal chemists of the forest floor. When you use a lint roller on your sheets, you're doing the same. You are maintaining the sacred bug-free zone. But they did not stop at ash. They added a fragrant top layer to their mattresses. In Sibudu Cave, they used leaves from the river wild quince tree. These leaves contain a natural chemical compound. It smells pleasant to humans, but is repulsive to mosquitoes. Imagine the level of observation required to figure that out. They watched which plants the bugs avoided. They brought those plants into their homes. They were effectively sleeping on a giant, organic repellent pad. Modern people buy expensive scented candles for relaxation. Ancient humans used scent as a biological shield. It was the difference between life and death. They also had a strict hygiene routine. They periodically burned their old bedding. This destroyed any parasites that managed to survive the ash. It cleared out the organic waste of daily life. Then they would lay down a fresh layer of grass. It was a prehistoric version of changing your sheets. Think of the satisfaction of fresh laundry. That feeling is 200,000 years old. Now let us talk about the pillow. Your modern pillow is a bag of feathers or foam. It is designed to be soft and squishy. Ancient pillows were often made of stone or wood. In places like Mesopotamia, they were carved into U-shapes. They supported the neck, not the skull. This sounds like a torture device to us. However, it served a very specific survival purpose. It kept the head elevated off the ground. This prevented crawling insects from entering ears or noses. It also allowed for better airflow around the neck. In a hot environment, this was a cooling mechanism. Modern physical therapists often suggest firm neck support. Our ancestors were already practicing this 9,000 years ago. They prioritized spinal alignment over soft textures. This explains why you often wake up with a sore neck. Your soft pillow might be collapsing under your weight. Your body is craving the rigid support of the ancient way. Then there is the posture of sleep itself. Most people today are side sleepers. Anthropologists believe this was a vital survival tactic. Sleeping on your side keeps one ear exposed to the air. It allows you to feel ground vibrations more clearly. You can hear the snap of a twig in the distance. It is the posture of a creature that is always ready. Ancient humans also favored the fetal position. Their grass nests were often circular and small. Curling up helped preserve core body heat. It protected the soft, vulnerable belly from the cold. When you curl up under your duvet, you are mimicking a cave dweller. You are protecting your vital organs from an imaginary threat. But how did they handle the fear of the dark? Nature is loud at night. Predators have better night vision than we do. Safety was found in numbers. They practiced what we call the Sentinel Hypothesis. In a tribe, everyone has a different internal clock. Some people are natural larks who wake up at dawn. Others are natural owls who stay up late. This is not a modern sleep disorder. It was a survival feature for the group. In a group of 20, someone is almost always awake. The teenagers stay up late talking by the fire. The grandparents wake up before the sun to start the day. This ensured the fire never went out. It meant a set of eyes was always on the horizon. When you can't fall asleep until 2 a.m., don't feel bad. You are the tribe's night watchman. Your brain is refusing to shut down because it wants to protect. Modern society calls it insomnia. Ancient humans called it being a hero. This social sleep also provided immense emotional security. Sleeping in a pile of your kin offered physical warmth. It reduced the stress hormone cortisol significantly. Our modern habit of sleeping in isolated, separate rooms is new. It is an experiment that only started a few centuries ago. For most of history, sleep was a team sport. This is why some people find it hard to sleep alone. You are missing the rhythmic breathing of the pack. You are missing the safety of the group's presence. Let us look at the modern floor sleeping trend. Many people are ditching mattresses for thin mats. They claim it fixes their chronic back pain. They claim it improves their posture and energy. Science suggests they might be onto something. Firm surfaces prevent the spine from sagging like a hammock. They keep the joints in their natural, neutral positions. Sleeping close to the ground also helps with thermal regulation. Heat rises, leaving the floor much cooler. A lower body temperature is a trigger for deep sleep. Our ancestors didn't have air conditioning. They just knew that the ground was the coolest place to be. They were master engineers of their own biology. They used fire for protection and ash for health. They used plants for medicine and stone for support. They didn't just survive the night, they mastered it. Your bedroom is a high-tech version of a cave. Your mattress is just a very expensive pile of grass. Your alarm clock is just a substitute for the morning lark. We haven't really changed that much in 200,000 years. We still just want to feel safe and warm. We still want to wake up without itchy bug bites. Next time you struggle to fall asleep, remember the watchman. Remember the ash and the wild quince leaves. Your brain isn't broken, it's just keeping guard. You aren't struggling with a mattress, you're remembering a legacy. You were never meant to sleep in total silence. Hit subscribe to keep waking up to the truth. See you in the next one.